With so many credit cards out there, with these pre-approvals, sign-up bonuses, etc., I know it can be frustrating. I was there. That's why in this video, I create a perfect step-by-step guide on how to help you choose your next credit card, no matter what point you are in your life and your credit card journey. So let's go over the details of the process to fill in some unanswered questions you and others have been wondering about this topic. So make sure you stay till the end to get the full guide. Let's dive in. Now, of course, we have to start in the beginning. So the first step is, where are you in your credit card game right now? The foundation is going to solely rely on this question you ask yourself, because this will dictate what cards you should be adding next. Now, if you're a beginner in this journey, I would focus on getting 1 to 2 no annual fee credit cards, but majority of people, just being honest, won't automatically be able to jump to those high tier or high limit credit cards that you may actually want down the line. So you might want to start off with a secured card in this stage, but this isn't permanent. This is just to get your foot in the door, to get you started off on your credit card journey. Now, if you are a little seasoned, then you probably have 2 or more credit cards under your belt that are building some solid credit history for you. So the cards that you can add to your setup are gonna look totally different from the people that are in the beginning stages. But if you're a master at this, have a strong credit profile, numerous credit cards, great credit history, then everything I said just literally went in one ear and out the other, because you're probably just applying for credit cards for the heck of it and just to get the sign-up welcome bonuses. This is the stage I'm striving to be. Very soon though, soon come. Also, one important thing I want you to understand here in the beginning stages of your credit card journey is that your statuses with these institutions whose cards you want to apply for in the future, you really need to understand the rules these lenders have when it comes to credit card applications before you start applying and adding cards. One of the #1 rules I keep in mind is, if you want to add any Chase card to your file, is that Chase 524 rule. And it states that if you've been approved for 5 or more personal credit cards in the last 24 months, then Chase will automatically deny you for your next credit card application with them. And I know you're probably thinking, man, I don't even know where I'm at in this 524 race. Then don't worry. You can just go over the past 2 years and add up the number of personal credit cards you've been approved for in that time span. Also, hard inquiries do not matter in the 524 rule. They only look at the number of new personal credit cards you've added to your credit report in the last 24 months. So by knowing this information, this will tell you if you could be approved for Chase credit cards at the moment, or whether or not you should probably chill on the credit card applications until you get right back up under the 524 rule, which will happen when one of your cards start to age past the 2-year mark. So just be aware. So overall, if you want Chase, go after them first before anything, so you do not run into that issue, that 524 roadblock. Because theoretically, you do not want to be locked out of their graces due to cards you obtained over the 24 months. Now, there are multiple lenders that do have rules like this, but aren't as crazy, such as American Express. They have the 290 rule, which you can only apply for 2 cards within 90 days. And Capital One, where you have to wait 6 months in between credit card applications. So it's a good idea to read on these rules with all the lenders that you apply for, so you won't run into any headaches. So once you understand what categories your current cards cover and what you want your future cards to cover, you can simply start creating a map of those future credit cards you want and start cutting down the list of the credit card pool that you're choosing from. And if you keep using the process I'm giving, I'm pretty sure it will narrow down the list even more to make it even less of a headache and point you in the right direction of what the exact card that you want next. Now, the next question you do need to ask yourself is, which side do I want to lean towards? Is it Team Cashback, or are we on Team Travel? Now, in my opinion, I don't think it's a crime to have both, but when adding to your team of credit cards, dictate what the next card is going to be and what you want on your side. Since we are on the subject, we might as well break down the difference between the two: the travel path and the cashback path. The cashback path is going to be the most simple and easiest to understand out there, because everything that you purchase is going to be, well, in cashback form. So yeah, this can simplify your options a little, but it also does limit the upside of your points and what they can give you. So whenever you have a travel focused credit card set up, the upside from those points are going to be much higher than in cash back form, but it does take a little more research and effort to redeem those points. However, if you're like me and you don't like to pay for travel, without earning the points that I have used for travel, I honestly wouldn't have taken the trips that I've taken without my points. But rather than just having to pick a side of cash back or travel, I say there is a happy middle, and of course that will be called the transferable currencies. And transferable currencies can be used for the most part for travel currencies. So you can basically transfer all of your points to travel partners. Now, they are different than just travel points because there are cards out there that are mainly airline and hotel cards, and those cannot be transferred to other lenders. So those are more of a strict level travel currency as opposed to transferable currency. You got me? Chase is good when it comes to transferable currencies, which is why I recommend attacking those cards first to avoid that 524 rule we were talking about earlier. So doing this can keep your options open for the future, so you know if you want to be on the side of travel or the side of cash back. Of course, as long as that transferable currency can be redeemed for a good cash back value as well, in my opinion, Chase is up there when it comes to top tier due to being able to redeem in so many different ways. But of course, you do have Amex that earns transferable currencies and membership rewards points. I mean, you can transfer those points out to other travel partners, but if you were able to try to redeem all of those points for cash without one of the top tier cards, you would only be getting around 0.6 cents per point in that cash back, which is, come on guys, it's not good at all. So that's why I stress that all transfer points will not be built the same, and you have to figure out which side you want to be on, i.e. travel or cash back. But like I said earlier, I think a good mix is always the safer route, whether you add a few cash backs, hotels, airlines, or just transferable currencies. Now, just to remember, there is no right or wrong way here. I'm more travel based, and you might be more team cash back, which is totally fine. Just go out there and get what you value the most, okay? Now that we're deeper in the process, you should have been able to narrow down your credit card list for what you want to apply for. But to hit on the exact part you should be applying for next, you should understand what perks and benefits you value the most as well. Are you someone looking for exclusive lounge access, hotel status, car rental status, purchase protection? Then there's going to be certain cards that fit your needs and what you really want. Now, it's good to also keep in account that even though you want these excellent cards with cool benefits, you want to make sure that the other protection comes into play. Even though I'm on the team travel side, I still like to make sure that my experiences come with some type of security, such as purchase protection, insurances on my luggage, and more. So with that being said, the last card I was looking for was a card with lounge access, TSA entry, and travel credits, the Amex Platinum. So on that note, I know I've stated earlier, but I feel like it's the most important thing you need to consider before applying for a credit card, which is what are your future credit card plans? Because that will get you out of the wilderness of confusion and on the right track of where you need to start. I know I've been applying for many credit cards recently, even though I have a lot in my wallet as of right now, but my journey will look completely different than yours, or someone who's okay with having just one or two cards with great benefits and rewards. So in a nutshell, you should use this video as a blueprint to go after every single sign-up bonus, cashback, travel you can get until you can't anymore. Also, if you have any strategies that you are implementing or you're going to do in the future, I want to hear about them in the comment section below. I don't know everything, so I know you guys could definitely put me on game, or somebody that also doesn't know, because there are limitless card strategies out there. I want to thank you guys for watching this, and until next time, ladies and gents.